with Daisy.
Welcome to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm Mason Smith, here tonight with Tyler Wolkowitz, Ben Roberts, Tom Alber, Amalia Smith, all the rest of the FCAT crew. Thank you all so much for joining in tonight to watch this girls basketball game.
And now will you please rise for our national anthem?
Just about to kick off this girls basketball matchup. It's the Palmer Panthers against the Frontier Redhawks, and we'd like to take a moment to remind you that tonight's FCAT Sports broadcast is supported by Albert Hearing Services, improving lives one ear at a time. and Holiday Pizza, the official pizza of FCAT Sports. Now, this is an important game for the Red Hawks, Tyler. They started off the season very, very strong. 8 wins straight. They were 8-0, and then they just lost 2 really hard-fought games. One was against East Hampton, and then they lost against Lennox. They lost against East Hampton by 3, and then Lennox by 1.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a really big game for them. They really want to come away with the win and start going strong again. So
yeah, I mean, this is a crucial moment for the girls team here. I mean, we were talking about this earlier on in the week. They could pull away and they could start getting back from their deficit here.
And that's the
Great
first points
shot.
of the game. 3-point. Who did you see? Who?
That was Claire Kirkendall.
Claire Kirkendall.
I believe.
Second leading scorer for the Red Hawks, and there's a 3 for the answer. No good off the rim. Hakowski's there to get the rebound. She's going to hand it off to Kirkendall. Pass over to Michon in the corner now. Steele gets it out, back to Steele in the corner. Takes the 3 after a little bit of hesitation, and it's no good. Modesto puts it back up. A little too much force there, it looked like.
Yeah.
Now Panthers move the other way. Oh,
Good handles.
yeah, behind the back there. In the corner. Taking it into the paint. Just a little short, but she gets her own rebound. That's
Wow.
Vanessa Baer.
Not seeing much hustle on defense so far here, Mason.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's something I've been thinking about with, like, why have they hit those 2 games where they just haven't been able to close the games out, get those, last-minute shots that, I have a lot of confidence in this girls team. Oh, we got Modesto tying her shoe on the court, but when you have a team that starts off 8-0, you're going to have a lot of confidence in, they're going to make those last-minute shots. They're going to come back. And I think that I wasn't there to see either of those games, and my theory is they are running low on energy. It's that little slump in the middle of the season.
Very plausible theory, Mason, and I think hopefully we can see that not play out here.
That was a nice connection there to Bayer, but Kirkendall gets the rebound, taking it down the far side of the court, and she'll slow it down now. Michon, and a good steal.
Oh, wow.
Just read that pass perfectly. The layup no good, and Kirkendall gets back for the rebound. Throws it forward across half court. Skylar Steele across the court to Michon. She's got all the time in the world and can't quite drain it.
Tips everywhere.
Yeah, rebound loose. And Kirkendall tries the 3 again. Hits the rim, no good. And Frontier can't get the second rebound. Going up for the layup, that's no good from Charlotte Therault. Now, if I remember right, Therault is the one that we were looking at Mass Live that had quite an astonishing number of points.
Yeah, that should be amazing.
That is a foul on Hakowski. Hakowski draws the foul there. She'll go to the line. That's against Jordan Bigda.
Yep. Yeah, Mason, it looked like a Mass Live app there. She had over 300 points, right?
The team in total had
The
over
team,
300
okay,
points.
good,
She
yeah.
accounted for about half of that, according to Mass Live. 161 is what it said.
Yeah.
And they've played. Their record is 4-3 right now. So I mean, as astonishing as that is, I find that a little hard to believe at the same time.
Well, I'm sure we're going to see why soon enough here.
Yeah, I mean, if she scores a lot of points tonight, I can put my doubts to rest. But as of right now, I haven't seen her score anything. Bayer puts up a shot. That's short. Rebounds there, but the shot isn't. In the corner. Looking for a pass up top. There it is. They're going to reset with Jada Pardo. Now it's Therault. And the referee, Dave Blanchette, makes a call, and the Red Hawks have the ball. Kirkendall takes it up. Michon and Steele in the corner. Tipped, and it's going to go out of bounds. I think that'll be Palmer's ball. Yes, it is.
That was a very risky pass there, Mason.
Yeah.
Right into the center of the court through the hands of 4 defenders. I mean,
And that's something, I mean, like already early in the game, we're about 3 minutes in right now.
yeah.
That's something that I've been seeing a little bit. I've heard you making a couple sounds of discomfort when you see those passes, and I think that that's something that might be an issue for the Red Hawks this game if they can't fix it quickly.
Well, yeah, so far I feel like they just need to look at fundamentals here. Like,
Yeah.
what just happened? What is happening?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the question I think a lot of people are asking right now. I mean, especially when you have a team that's been so solid in the past. Now they're coming in this game. I mean, they have the lead.
Might just be some simple miscommunication here.
Yeah.
I don't think they were very sure what was happening on that play.
Mikowski gets the inbound. Mashawn thinks about the shot, but now for 3 in the corner, it's Kirkendall.
Oh, so close.
That's the other thing. I mean,
Rebound.
they've been a little bit off on some of their shots, and, you know, that's nothing to be too picky about this early in the game, but still, Thoralt can't make the layup. Rebound doesn't go either, and Skylar Steele passes it forward to Mikowski. Plenty of time for the layup, and she makes it.
There you go.
Good job by the Red Hawks getting those rebounds, and, you know, that's something you hear a lot from the coaches. Just, you know, don't let them get those second chances.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a foul on Modesto, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I couldn't see if he held it 14 or 15. Now it's going to be Vanessa Bayer at the line. Her first shot is no good.
So far, Mason, I feel like there's been some fundamental issues here. I mean, it's just getting started, you know. This could clearly go in any direction so early on in the game, so
Absolutely.
there's no cause for speculation yet. But I'm just interested to see what happens in these next couple of minutes in the first quarter.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, we're pointing out things that we could be worried, that we are worried about, but at the same time, it's just, like you said, it's so early on that, you know, it could just be, you know, first couple minutes are kind of jittery and, you know, you need to get in the zone. And that's a 3 from Thoralt. That doesn't go. And now Steele gets the rebound under the net, hands it over to Kirkendall.
Yeah, it's like it's just we're a little bit more critical than we usually are in this game because it's important, you know. If they can come back from their losing streak here, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh,
and now
wow.
here's another steal from Thoralt. Her layup finally makes it. And see, that's the other thing I'm thinking of. You know, the other team, they've been missing, you know, Palmer, they've been missing a lot of their shots too. And I think both teams are kind of suffering from just being a little bit nervous because, I mean, you look at the Panthers, their record is 4-3 right now. They've had some tough losses as well. Mikowski puts up a 3, and that's going to be short. Rebound isn't there for the Hawks. On the baseline. And now for 3, it's going to be a little wide.
Yeah, that had a lot. I feel like a lot of these plays are having so much potential. It's just not all of them are mounting anything, which happens, you know.
Yeah, it's just it's happening consistently, and then that causes worry. Steele puts
we
up
go.
the 3. Oh,
Wide
my.
open. There we go. Then there's plays like that where the defense is just
Yeah.
not eager to cover the ball.
That was a wide open passing lane right there. Step back 3. That's not going to go. The rebound doesn't go the Panthers' way either.
There you go. Good rebound.
And Akowski doing a little tightrope over there on the baseline.
Oh, yeah.
Stays in. Jazzy Hayes puts up the 2.
Ooh.
Wow.
It's a quick little shot.
And this is the kind of rhythm.
For a timeout.
This is the kind of rhythm that we're used to seeing from the Red Hawks. Panthers are going to take a timeout. It is 12-5, and I think that the Red Hawks might have hit their stride, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, they're up by 7 points in the first quarter here. And, yeah, I mean, they've been getting some really nice shots early on.
Definitely. They've been taking a lot of shots early on. A lot of them didn't land, but now we're seeing them connect. So we'll have to see how the Panthers try and respond to that when we come back from this quick break. You are watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. There is 1:57 on the clock for the first quarter, and the Panthers have the ball. They're down by 7 right now against the Frontier Redhawks.
Screen.
Theralt with the ball gets swarmed in the corner, and that looks like a jump ball.
Oh.
It is. It'll
Wow.
stay the Panthers' ball, I think.
It will. That was a big pit ball right there.
Yeah,
They were
that
jumping
was
over each other.
that was pretty much half the people on the court, I think.
Yeah.
Now the inbound pass. Try and get it to Bayer. In and out, and the rebound goes to Modesto. Foul is going to be called on the Panthers.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I believe. Yep.
Yeah. So Bayer picks up her first foul. And another thing I'd like to point out, Tyler, I'm not seeing a lot of very aggressive play from either of the teams right now.
Yeah, as you say
Never
that.
mind.
Well, I think the point you were more making there was there hasn't been really much aggressive offense happening. Like, there was no, we were finding some really nice, lucky open shots. I mean, they were
Yes.
skillful play designs, sure, but,
Definitely.
there's been less, aggressive pants we've seen or
Yeah,
anything
and
on
I
that
think
line.
that's where Coach Michon really thrives, getting those players open and really, drawing the defense around with a lot of passes, and then you find the open man, quick pass to them, and they just make a nice shot.
Yeah, I'm really liking this wide design. It's giving a lot of room to players.
Absolutely. It definitely makes for a lot of exciting gameplay at times. It makes for a lot of long-range shots as well. You don't see a lot of shots from inside the paint except off of rebounds. And right there from Modesto, that doesn't quite go their way, though. And now moving the other way, it's Jordan Bigda. Pass back to Pardo. We're all trying to get some separation, but now in the paint, it's going to be a foul. I think that was on Hayes.
Yeah.
Well, no, it wasn't.
No ideas.
That's surprising coming from her, honestly. You don't see a lot of fouls called on her, especially as one of the captains. Pass across the court. That was a high pass. Now into the paint. In the corner, takes the three.
Wow.
No good. And a good job grabbing the rebound, but can't get the shot up. So we're all kind of asking her coach, what else is she supposed to do? Whitney Campbell in the corner. It's Steele, puts up the three, little too far. Gates has Jazzy Hayes behind her, but doesn't see her. Theralt taking it the other way. We'll slow it down a little bit. Takes the jumper. That's short. Clock winding down in the first quarter. Modesto trying to get a bucket and not fouled.
Alrighty.
Only reason why I'm surprised about that is because she went down. I mean, in all honesty, the block did look clean. It's just that, the fact that she fell down, I felt like there was, some more force behind it. And we've seen this play before. Kirkendall can't get the separation. Palmer has watched their film, evidently.
Yeah.
That's one of Michon's favorite plays to run, creating that four-man screen off of the inbound pass and getting that three-point shot from Kirkendall. But so now at the end of the first quarter, score remains the same. In the last 2 minutes, we didn't see any points on either side.
Yeah, I think that was mostly because the teams were looking for different opportunities than what they were given. I was seeing over here on the Panthers side that they were getting a little trapped in their own corner and they couldn't really figure out what they were doing.
Yes.
And on the Frontier side, they couldn't really find the right area. I think Palmer was in their face a little bit there for the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, totally. I think that these are two different teams that are looking for very different ways to get points in this game. And the other thing is they haven't been able to, they haven't been connecting on a lot of their shots. Frontier had a quick spurt of time before that timeout that Palmer took where they were landing 3-4 shots in a row, but then it just cut off, because they were getting open shots. It's just, it wasn't there.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Mason. I mean, I'm very curious to see how this game progresses because, like, this is a point where I feel like the coaches are really going to be trying to motivate the players to take more risk, perhaps, or try to get into the basket more. Or
Absolutely, and I think that has to do with the lack of being, like, everyone's being very passive on the court. We were talking about everyone not being very aggressive. I think that's kind of where the coaches are going to come in to try and, like you said, hype their players up. And, we're going to see some more aggressive play. Not necessarily more physical play.
Just
but,
more energy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Alrighty.
And now we're going to start the second quarter with the Red Hawks and Kirkendall. Michon in the corner, back out to Kirkendall. She's got Arkowski at the top. In the corner, it's Skylar Steele. Fakes a pass and steps out, I think, or maybe there was a push.
Oh.
A block, I think, is the call. I think there's a more technical term for it, but
Yeah, I don't think who was driving? Was that Haley driving? I don't think
that was
whoever
Steele.
When Steele was driving, they
Yeah.
didn't set their feet. Whoever was going against them.
Modesto over to Kowski. Nice move to the paint. Oh, and it doesn't quite go in. Now that's Madison Rathbone slowing it down. Pardo.
Good
Kirkendall
steal.
makes the steal. The layup is
Look
good.
at that. Excellent vision of the court there. Claire was able to look up and see where the ball was going.
And that's something that we've been seeing from the Red Hawks too a lot this season, being able to read the passes up top and make those steals, fast breaks. Some exciting basketball. And that shot is made from Jordan Bigda, trying to give her team a little bit of life. Kirkendall over to Campbell. Handoff back to Kirkendall. She's looking for a pass into the paint. We'll find Michon, top of the arc in the corner. Tikowski has a little bit of room. Dribbling around. Handoff to Michon. She takes the three off the rim. Campbell gets the rebound. Kirkendall back out to Kowski. Not enough time for the shot, but Kirkendall takes it. Oh,
Whoa.
my!
Nice shot. There you go. I mean, I feel like they could have been rushing themselves there, but they took their time more and settled down a little bit and got a nice shot.
Yeah, I like that. Good patience from the Red Hawks, and a bad pass from Jordan Bigda is going to result in a turnover.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
quite possibly the opposite there. They might have been rushing themselves and lost the ball.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Now we got a 10-point difference,
Wow.
17-7, and the Red Hawks back with the ball after that bad pass. Michon back to Kirkendall. Kirkendall drives the lane.
Great.
Oh,
shot.
wow.
Look at that.
Just a smart play. And I mean, that's the other thing. You mix it up on offense. You have that wide offense. Oh, and here's a
Whoa.
three. Oh, I thought that was going to go in. They had the direction on it.
Yeah, real good.
But what I was saying was, you're having this wide offense and you're trying to draw shots out for, like deep twos
Oh, wow.
and three-pointers, and that's a good steal. Thoralt can't make the layup again. She's asking for a foul, but now the other way. Modesto can make the layup.
Wow. Yeah, makes sense.
Palmer taking a timeout again, and the coaches are not very happy with the refs.
I mean, I think that no coach had a right to be upset with the refs there. That was a very fast-paced little portion of the game.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of things could have been called necessarily, but you can't call them all.
Yeah,
And it's really hard for just two people to look on the court and know everything that's happening.
Exactly. I totally agree. And I mean, like, I really do feel bad for the refs most of the time. Because, I mean, I've said this before. My bottom line expectation for the refs is to make sure that nobody gets hurt.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, some injuries, they just happen. There's nothing you can do about it. But if you can call a foul on it and prevent it from happening again, you should do it. And no one's gotten a serious injury on the court yet or anything like that could have resulted in a serious injury.
Yeah.
So, in my book, I think they're doing a good enough job, and they've called fouls both ways, and
exactly.
I think that rather than, yelling at the ref for not calling things, you should tell your team to be a little bit more careful and aware to watch their fouls, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we at Frontier and FCAT always value these things. Oh, wow.
And that attempted save from Addison Petroshuis.
Yeah.
Good luck on that name. Oh, and look at it. I'm liking this now. They got a press going. It was broken by the Red Hawks, but I'm liking the effort there. You know, and we're talking about more energy on the court.
Yeah, here we go. This is a good way to spring it.
Rashawn pass back to Hayes. Hayes in the corner, up against Pardo. Now Modesto looking for the paint. No one open. Hakowski might just drive it herself. And I think that'll be a foul on Hakowski.
Yeah.
She doesn't like that call.
Yeah, I mean, she had some room there to drive down the middle, but
Yeah,
the defender was holding tough.
yeah. I think that was just the movement of her arms, kind of like elbowing the player.
It happens.
Of course, you know. Good passing.
Here we go.
Look at that.
I mean, that makes up for their other miscommunication the play before.
Absolutely. That was just a beautifully drawn up play, well executed. And, you know, I love to see those quick passes that, you know, nice, easy layup. That's just pretty basketball, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And here it is again, some quick passes up top. Hayes looking for some separation. Out to Steele for three. Oh, and just a little bit short. Modesto can't get the rebound. She goes down, and the foul's going to be on her.
Wow.
I think that's a reach.
Must have been, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand that.
Yeah. Alrighty, wow, it's a commanding lead for the Red Hawks right now.
Some more passing up top. Thorold looking at Bayer, but goes the other way in the corner for three. Pardo can't land it. Mashawn gets the rebound in the corner.
Press.
They're laying off a little bit.
They gave up on the press. Interesting.
Yeah.
Open.
Modesto just drive.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
There you go. She had all the options in the world right there. And she took a 1 for 2.
There was no one stopping her. There was no one in her way. They laid off the press, and they laid off the entire defense as well.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that play fall flat there. Fell flat.
Now Hayes loses her dribble for a moment, gets it back. She's got Modesto. Modesto takes it herself, pass out to Steele. Steele hands it off. Mashawn, and now Steele again in the corner. Into the paint, puts up the shot, and gets her own rebound, puts it up again. Too much energy on that one.
I mean, I like that. I like that energy, though. She wins
yeah,
her
I
own
do.
rebound right there.
And now Modesto pops the ball up, and it's going to go out on her, but good job getting your hand in the way of the pass.
Yeah, I mean, she also went flying for that ball, trying to save it after.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
No, see, and I think that we were talking about energy before, Tyler. Frontier has brought it. Palmer has not.
Yeah,
I think we could get into technicality of, like, you know, what's working in terms of strategy, but I think that's the bottom line. One team has energy and ferocity on the court, and the other doesn't.
Yeah, I would have to add that they got to work on their communication on the court. I feel like some of their plays are not quite working as they planned.
Yeah. Hayes puts up the three.
Good.
Too much force, and a good save from Steele, but no one there. That was a good job getting around the defense, too. And Thorold gets fouled on her way up. Says finally.
That was an interesting play right there. The first player blew right past the Frontier defender, but then the second rebound shot did not go in.
I think that Hakowski realized, because I think it was Hakowski that she went by.
Yeah.
She realized she didn't have her feet set, and so she had her arms in and just kind of let her arm go. Try not to let her draw the foul on her. So Thorold misses the first, gets the second. Pass down the court, it's Gates. She gets covered immediately, but then Kirkendall has it now. She's looking for Hayes, and a quick handoff. Loses the ball. I don't know how that stayed in bounds. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Not sure what was called there, but I think that probably was just. There was a lot of iffy play there on the edge.
She might have actually just stepped out of bounds,
Yeah.
like skidded out of bounds or something like that when she got the ball there.
That's okay. I like playing on the baseline there.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot.
Opportunities.
Bayer in the paint. Can't get the layup again. You know, the Panthers have been going for a lot of short-range shots, a lot of layups, shots in the paint, and not a lot of them have been working. I think that, you know, either they change up where they're trying to shoot from, or I think that'll stay Frontiers.
Yeah, it's Frontiers ball now.
Oh no, it's not. I could have sworn it was the Panthers ball last jump ball, but anyway.
I was keeping track. Yeah.
In general, I think that there is some things that they need to change in terms of the kind of opportunities they're looking for. Bayer almost loses the ball there.
Yeah, it seemed that they're getting a lot of cuts. Yeah, look at that.
And Gates gets called for the foul on Jordan Bigda.
They've been finding a lot of opportunities in the paint. Like, they've been cutting in and be able to find some really nice free throws. And like, I guess it's really difficult to see like why this is happening and like how they can't stop it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I can't really think of a good solution for them other than, you know, if you're having trouble making those shots, maybe try a different area. And, oh, that almost got stuck behind the backboard.
See that every day.
Yeah. And Thorold is definitely very upset with herself, and I don't think that's helping her cause. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, she's getting aggravated, and, you know, when you're getting aggravated, you make stupid decisions in the heat of the moment.
Risky pass.
That's now back to Hayes. Travel called.
Oof.
You know, I got to say, I was kind of expecting that to happen at some point for the Red Hawks. They're doing a lot of quick passes. At some point, you weren't going to get the dribble down fast enough.
Yeah. It happened to me. That was good movement. But, oh, wow.
And the three from Thorold is no good. She was pretty well covered on that.
Yeah, that was very contested.
Yeah, I'm impressed that she was confident enough in herself to take that shot.
Yeah. That's very spot.
And wide open in the corner, Zakowski. A little bit short on that one, but a great look.
30 seconds left.
Thorold. Nice pass into the paint. And, oh, no, she traveled. That did look like a foul to me, though, on the shot.
Got the travel first, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now they're having their press up again, but.
No shot clock.
And the press just falls through. Kick ball.
Kid.
Wow, all right. Subs coming in for the Red Hawks. 22 seconds left in the first half.
13-point lead.
There's definitely a lot that the Panthers need to be changing if they want to get back into this game. I mean, it's a great look for the Red Hawks trying to get their 9th win of the season. Kirkendall looks at the shot and gets around Thorold, puts it up.
Ooh.
And the moving shot.
Good try.
It doesn't quite work out for her. Now Thorold going the other way, under 10 to go, and she makes the layup.
4-3.
Intercepts the pass and should have taken the shot herself. So the Hawks have an 11-point lead at the end of the first half, 23-12. I gotta say, either way, if the two previous losses for the Red Hawks hadn't happened, or even the last game, if the outcome was different, I would be expecting a lot more points from the Red Hawks. Because, I mean, you look at their previous scores, the final scores, there was only one game where they finished with under 40 points, and it was the game against Amherst. They finished with 39. And then the previous game against Lennox, they finished with 27 points. And so this is kind of looking to be similar to that game. Not necessarily how close it is, but just in terms of, you know, not making all of the shots that they're putting up and that kind of thing. And I think that that is, in general, not necessarily for this game, for the, you know, long term in the season, that's a worry for Coach Michon.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Mason. I feel like this game is still anyone's game, though. You know, it's pretty late in the season, but anything can happen. I feel like the girls' team is really trying to think about like how they can come back into this. They have a fantastic record. Losing 2 games, that's nothing. They can easily come back.
Absolutely.
So far, they're showing they care, and that's
definitely.
great to see.
Yeah, and I mean, on the other hand, the Panthers, 4-3 record, you want to move as far away as possible from that 500 percentage win record. If you want to have a good shot at the postseason. And right now, the Red Hawks are looking at that with a dominant record like that. Thinking about the postseason, they're in the right path right now, and we're a little more than halfway through the season right now, I think. So, they're looking really good, and I think that they can hold on to the lead here. There are definitely some things that they can change and improve, but right now I have a lot of doubts about the Panthers and whether or not they're going to be able to rally.
I get that, Mason. I understand. I feel as though that the Panthers really gotta they have a lot of things to focus on. They have to work on the fundamentals here. I feel like they may not be all on the same page, and that's like very crucial.
In some ways, the fundamentals are the hardest things to focus on in these games.
Yeah, totally. And they really do have to focus on them though. At the end of the day, I mean, they can't.
Yeah,
there's no fair enough reason to be down by this much and feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. 23-12 is the score. We will be back in just about 7 minutes with the second half of this game. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. I'm Mason Smith here with Tyler Wolkowitz, Ben Roberts, Amalia Smith, Tom Albert, all the rest of the FCAT crew. We are coming back just a few minutes before the second half starts. We'd also like to take a moment to remind you that tonight's FCAT Sports broadcast is supported by Albert Hearing Services, improving lives 1 year at a time, and Holiday Pizza, the official pizza of FCAT Sports. So, 23-12, Hawks back in their usual swing of things. You know, they won a lot of games by some very large margins in that 8-game win streak that they had to start the season off. But, you know, and then they hit those two brick walls that were East Hampton and Lennox.
Yep.
But now it seems like they're coming back.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Mason, because I feel as though they're coming back. Like, we see a lot of this in their first halves earlier on in the season, that they would have a commanding lead, and they would try to hold it for most of the game, which they often did.
Yeah, and I'd like to, I mean, I'll draw this analogy because I used to run cross country and track.
Yeah.
But there was, when you ran track, you know, you'd go around, there was 4 sections of the track, right? There was the 2 straightaways and then the curves. You'd have you have the straightaway, you have the first curve and then the straightaway, and then you'd have the third curve, the third part of the race. That was where you'd always lose a little bit of time because you'd be tired and you'd slow down. And I think that's kind of the pattern that we've been seeing with the Redhawks in games past, where it doesn't necessarily affect the outcome, but that's kind of like their breather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they've been playing hard in the first 2 quarters, and then in this third leg, they just slow down a little bit.
Well, I mean, so far what we've just seen here, Mason, there's been a lot of energy on this court. Nothing has really been able to turn up much for the Hawks, but Palmer just scored earlier on a nice quick 2.
Yeah, that was 2 points from Vanessa Bayer. She is leading the Panthers in points so far. She's got 7 on the night right now. And Kirkendall puts up a 3. That's no good. And Redhawks can't pick up a rebound there. Thuralt into the paint. Fouled by Modesto.
Yeah.
She's got a couple on the night now.
She does. I believe she has 3 on the night thus far.
Yeah. And I mean, usually we don't see a lot of foul trouble happening in girls basketball, specifically with this team. They're pretty good with that, Redhawks. I mean, we usually see a lot more foul trouble with boys basketball. I remember that. There was a game that we covered at home. I forget who it was against, but Max Millette fouled out in the last couple minutes. I'm sure you remember that game. And, oh, boy, Thuralt
has 4 steals on the night, Mason.
You know, maybe that's why she's got all of those points recorded on Mass Live.
Yeah, she just finds sneaky little opportunities and the points up. I respect that.
Yeah, and I mean, I think the press, in that instance, the press was working for. I think that's going to be a foul on Bayer. Yep. So now, Modesto going to the line.
It's also Bayer's 3rd foul on the night.
I feel like there hasn't been anyone like really standing out where it's like, oh, they really need to watch themselves. They're being way too aggressive. That kind of thing, you know?
Not at all. Just by circumstance, it was Modesto and Bayer who had the most there. The only trailing one's Molly Yates with 2.
Yeah, I think that in general, both teams have been playing pretty sound basketball. Nothing like, too crazy. And I think that in general, the refs have been doing a good job calling the fouls, honestly, and consistently, too. That's a big thing. Yeah. Thuralt trying to take control here. Shot does not count. She travels.
I feel like we've been seeing like a decent amount of travels this year. It wasn't been too many, but like when they're they start off with low energy, but now they're high energy and they're like prone to travel sometimes.
Absolutely. And I mean, we were talking about it before when I was saying about it. Timeout call by Michon as Gates gets double teamed. No one really seemed to be trying to get open. The only one was Modesto, who was back behind her, but that was something we were talking about before with the lack of movement,
Yeah.
But, yeah, they're going to take a quick timeout, try and regain some momentum. It's 25-17. Hawks still on top. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. Hello and welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. We're coming back from a timeout taken by Frontier's coach Dave Michon. Good defense on the press from the Panthers.
Yeah, now they're expecting the press.
And now Akowski, that was a good look there. I liked what she was thinking.
Yeah.
They're
Very
all
solid.
good pass in, just a little bit too strong for Bigda.
I was distracted there for a second, Mason, because some fans were yelling across the gymnasium here about like what happened with the shot clock, but I believe it was
Yeah.
reset after the timeout.
Yeah, I think so too. But it, you know.
Just interesting. Oh, wow.
Hope the coaches are okay over there. Good effort though by Bayer. You know, you gotta respect that.
Was taking out a coach. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're really playing careful here on the inbounds, which I think is very smart with this press.
I totally agree. Kirkendall sees the open Hayes, who takes the three. Oh, in and out, no good. Modesto puts up the rebound. Can't make that either. Now Therrell moving it the other way. Nice pass to Bayer, who maybe fouled? She is fouled. Wow.
Yeah, just to see Haley's hands weren't all the way straight up.
Yeah. Bayer. Her first shot is no good. 5:30 to go in this third quarter. 7-point difference. Hawks still on top, but the Panthers putting up a pretty good fight, Tyler.
Yeah, they really are, Mason. Oh, wow.
Oh boy, that is just a little off balance on that shot, it looked like, from Steele.
Look at this energy. I mean, they're having energy on both sides of the court, which is their major thing here.
Three ball put up, no good, and Modesto's there for the rebound. Kirkendall sends it down the court, and
again attacking the
coach's head's almost taken off once again. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of like cross-court passes going on here so far.
They're trying to move fast, catch them in transition. I think that's kind of the move that Michon is going for right now. Steele getting into the paint, puts up the shot, and that was a good block there by Therrell. She got a hand on it by the looks of it. Hayes back into the corner. Kirkendall with plenty of time. Little short. Akowski puts it back up. That doesn't go either, and that'll go the other way.
Wow, that was very cluttered play there. I think
Something that I think the Red Hawks might need to work on, just kind of improve their chances a little bit, help secure a bigger lead in this game, would be solidifying their rebound lead.
Yeah, I mean, it's always tough to find a team that is able to get up there and block you with the rebounds, but oh wow.
They're saying that it was tipped out.
Tipped.
Wow.
All right, ball stays under the hoop for the Panthers.
Plenty of people not very happy about that. Plenty of parents, I should specify, because there are virtually no students here.
Yeah.
To my great disappointment.
Indeed.
Three ball is good. from Pardo.
Shot right onto the press.
Her first points of the night. She's been trying to get that three-pointer for a long time. Hayes is thinking about the alley-oop and couldn't stay in. Good effort.
I was hoping for a dunk there.
That was
impressive.
Yeah, I would. Now that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing I expect from Owen Babb.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. Look at the score right now, Mason.
And now,
Frontier's only up by 5. That's
5-point
huge
game.
difference.
And there was a pass that just happened straight into Kirkendall's hand, or Kowski's hand, excuse me. That resulted in a turnover, and I don't think that was a very smart play from Pardo. No one touched that ball, and it was going out of bounds. There wasn't really much of a reason for you to take that and risk going out of bounds, which she did, and now it's...
I mean, she was hoping for the lucky fast breakaway, but
yeah, but
didn't play out.
It was also, there's 2 people right at half court there with her.
Yeah.
And the shot up, there's no foul called. Again, the parents not very happy about this. Bayer, her shot no good. Gets her own rebound, almost loses it. Out for Thorold, she takes the 3. That's good.
Oh, wow. 1 possession game, Mason. This is absurd.
If another basket is scored.
Oh.
Wow. If the Panthers can get another basket, whether it's 2 points or 3
timeout?
points. Yeah,
of course.
Now's the timeout. So, Michon trying to get his team back where they were at the end of the first half. And like I was saying, the third quarter is kind of the make or break scenario for this girls basketball team. You know, they are really dominant in the first half most of the time, but then it's just when they come back from halftime, do they still have that energy? Do they still have that enthusiasm, those connections? Can they carry it through into the next half? And in those first 8 games of the season, yes, they could. And I think that is part of the reason why they lost those past 2 games. They weren't able to keep that up over halftime into the second half. And it's looking like they haven't really been able to do that so far in this game, but I don't know if Coach Michon's going to be able to bring them back into it.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Mason, but I'm not too convinced that this is the fall of the Red Hawks here. I think that the Palmer team has just really stepped up their play, and they're really coming back into this game.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's a combination of both, and also, I mean, Thorold kind of hitting her rhythm as well. She now is leading her team with 10 points on the night after that 3-pointer that she just hit, and
10 points, 4 steals.
Yeah, she had a lot of trouble getting going in the first half, but now she's definitely hit her stride. I expect her to keep growing with her aggressiveness in the rest of this game.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Now Bayer in the paint gets 2 more, and it's a tie game.
Wow. 3 minutes left on the quarter.
Kirkendall gets swarmed. Modesto over to Steele. Nice pass over to Campbell, and they take the lead right back.
Good teamwork.
I think that's what they need to be doing. They can't take the first shot that they see. You need to be a little more patient. And they were good about that in the first half, but they've started getting more desperate.
But they were for understandable reasons.
Bayer can't get a rebound. Modesto does a good job, and it'll stay Redhawks ball.
Yeah, I mean, Modesto just got trapped in the paint here, and with this press too, dangerous territory.
The press has really started to work for the Panthers. It was tough for them at first. Now Modesto hands it off to Kirkendall. She sees a bit of an opening. Now Akowski in the corner. Takes the baseline and goes off of her foot and the other way. Petroshuas comes in for Aubrey Boucher.
Akowski and Kirkendall are taking off for the Red Hawks as well. 2 minutes left.
Bayer with the ball. Out to Pardo. Her 3 is no good. And it'll go out of bounds. Redhawks ball.
I wonder what Frontier's going to do to break this press here.
Yeah. I think that that's something that Coach Michaud might address at halftime, unless he takes another timeout, which I don't expect him to do. And that's definitely going to be a foul. Yeah, that's on Petroshuis, who just came onto the court.
Better attack the middle. Good job, Jay.
So now inbound pass for the Hawks, right under the net.
Find someone.
Steele in the corner, takes the baseline.
Oh,
She'll go to the line.
that's a foul.
You know, I wish that she had a little bit more vision of the court there, because Hayes was wide open in the corner. No one within any kind of range to run over and block her. She's a great shooter, too. She would have made that shot, I think.
Well, it looks like it's being redeemed here. Minute one
Yeah.
free throw so far.
Nice and high, Shy. Nice and high.
3-point game right now. Make that 4. Now Thuralt, step back 3, no good, a little too far to the left. Jump ball called.
Frontier?
Oh no, it's not a jump ball. It's a foul on Petroshuis. Two quick fouls called on Loretta Petroshuis, or three.
Three.
Rather.
Three
Well,
in the
three
span
total,
of 30
but-
seconds. No, that was her first. That was all three her.
And
wow.
now some bad passing. And one.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
A call like that at end one in this time is a very crucial point in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're able to come with a dominating layup there and then draw a foul, that's like demoralizing in some ways, but it's also like an issue.
Absolutely. And I mean, like, on top of that, the reason why she got that layup was because their press worked. They weren't able to break through the press. And, you know, that also, again, it's a mind game. It really is.
Yep.
And Bayer can't get the rebound. Bardot, it's loose. Everyone diving on top of it. Jump ball, and I think it's going to stay Palmer's ball.
We're going to have to look over the rule book tonight to see what the possession actual official ruling is for Frontier. That's interesting.
Off of her foot. It'll stay. Yeah, that was off of Gates' foot. Bayer, they're all moving fast. Trying to get open. She's out at the arc. Takes a deep three. Airballs it. That's what happens when you don't know your range.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good attempt there. She had a little bit of space, but I feel like that was a bit of a rush play.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot of rush shots, and Hayes doing a good job of keeping the ball. Campbell, nice crossover.
Look up. Nice.
Gates gets an opening and stays Redhawks ball as it's deflected out by Addison Petroshuis. We've got two Petroshuises on Palmer. And I might just say their first names instead of their last, because I think that might be a lot easier.
Fair point.
Hayes in the corner should look behind her, but she takes the shot, and no one there for the rebound. She had Campbell wide open, and now the shot can't get off. I think it's going to be Frontier's ball. Yeah.
No.
Oh, I thought that Big just stepped out with it
Almost.
before Gates got it, but I guess not. Now foul called on Thuralt.
Is that personal foul? Is this a push?
There's a push,
I don't
yeah.
know, yeah.
All I heard Blanchette say was you
Yeah.
can't push like that, so.
I don't know.
Hayes. And that might have been a travel, I'm going to be honest. One-handed pass.
Look up. Nice.
Gates. Oh, can't finish the job. But Campbell spinning around. It's loose and stays.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, this is what they really have to do to break this press here. I mean, they're being able to keep them down on Frontier's half the court, but if they look up and they don't have a defender jumping in the way, they're going to be able to break it every time.
Absolutely. And I mean, what the Panthers can do to counter that is just, you know, try and be a little more aware of where they might be passing to and trying to get in those lanes.
It's a very difficult thing to do, though, when you're trying to keep someone away from the hoop.
Absolutely. Now we got 46 seconds left in the third quarter. 2-point game. Hawks barely clinging on to a lead here. Steele with a cross-court pass. Fakes the shot, drives the paint, puts it up. No good, and can't get the rebound. Bayer is there. No one down for a fast break, but she's going to take it herself.
Wow.
And, yeah, that'll be on Campbell. She didn't get her feet set. Tough.
Indeed, I think. I see a bonus. 5 fouls on the.
I think it's,
Oh, wait.
well, it's 5. I think.
Yeah,
I don't
they
think,
put it on the wrong. Yeah.
okay, yeah, there we go.
There it is.
I was a little confused for a second, but
Yep.
Vanessa Bayer with her second shot. She just missed her first to make it a 1-point game, and she does. Rashawn comes in for Steele on the Red Hawks side of things.
1-point game, 26 seconds left in the third quarter.
This is not at all what you want to see for the Red Hawks.
No, it is not, Mason. This is not looking great.
Kowski keeps the ball. Campbell loses the dribble. And now Therrell going the other way. Can she make the layup? Yes.
Wow.
Now they take the lead with 10 to go. Hayes moving fast. Pass over to Hakowski. Stays. Oh my
Nice
God.
job.
Hakowski. 2 seconds. And I think that's a foul. Yep.
Yep.
With .6 on the clock.
That was some excellent dribbling from Haley.
I don't know how she did that.
That was very impressive. A lot of times butting heads with a lot of people there.
So now Hakowski can tie the game, and she will.
0.6 seconds left on the clock in the quarter. Not much to get a shot up.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a buzzer beater here at the end of the third quarter. And she makes her second. And Therrell gets a bit of a bad inbound pass. She was looking to put that up, though.
Yeah, definitely.
So Red Hawks, by the miracle of Haley Hakowski, come out on top at the end of the third quarter by 1 point. And it really doesn't look that good. It's not promising in any way.
Yeah. I mean, they still have a whole 8 minutes of play here. Anything can still happen. It's essentially like the beginning of the game, you know?
Yeah, it really is anyone's game. And if you're the Red Hawks, that is not at all what you want to be seeing, because, you know, you lost these last 2 games by 3 points. You lost them by 1 point. You can't have that happen at home again, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to be looking to change the tide here.
Yeah, you can't have another heartbreaker like that, especially when I think that they're playing Greenfield next, I think on Thursday. I could be getting that completely wrong, but I believe that that is their next game. And Greenfield, they did already play them, but Greenfield put up a pretty good fight. It was a 10-point difference the last time that they played them. And also a rivalry, so you know you're going to be getting a good crowd for that. You don't know what the fans are going to be doing to get in your head and everything like that. So it's a lot to be thinking about for this team right now. But right now, of course, they should just be focusing on getting this win, extending their lead, which is as small as it can get right now. Rashawn and now Steele in the corner, back to Kirkendall. Steele again. Across the court, it's Mashawn. Kirkendall with an opening for a 3, short, and Bayer gets the rebound.
Alrighty.
And the pass a little too far ahead for Bigda. And just like that, they turn it back over. One thing I will say, I think that the Red Hawks need to stick to some short-range shots. The long range, like the 3s and the deeper 2s, they have been working out for them as of late.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Mason. I'm noticing a bit of a change of design here for how they're breaking their press.
Yeah.
Oh.
And a travel called.
Center field on Modesto.
Now right at the arc. She might have a little bit of room to dribble forward there. She won't take it though, Bayer. Takes it back out to the top. Now it's Rathbone in the paint. Bayer puts it up. And Kirkendall gets the rebound. Rashawn trying to move it fast. And now Kirkendall. Modesto. Steele with some room for a three. Little too far.
Noticing, yeah, the Panthers are like, they're holding their press, but they're not covering the outside right on the rim.
Good defense there on the layup from Modesto, I think it was. And now Kirkendall takes it slow past half court. Mashawn, plenty of room for the three. Oh my God. And another foul is going to be called on Modesto. That is her fourth.
Yeah.
And that is bad news for the Redhawks.
Wow. All right. Well, so far this has not really been too much of a change. No points have been scored yet, right?
Yeah. It's been a minute and a half, and we've seen no difference in the score. Bayer misses her shot.
It's
tries
several
to get it out to Pardo, and she makes a smart move letting it go out. Thoralt into Bayer. Looks for the three and can't get her shot up. And now they're trying to move it fast the other way. Nice pass over to Kowski. She's in the corner. Kirkendall out to Gates on the far side. Steele steps on the baseline.
Oh, they have the right idea, though. They're moving a lot, trying to get a nice swing.
They've been trying that play a lot, and it hasn't really worked out for them. It's just a good, and it isn't necessarily their fault. I think that the Panthers have just been doing a really good job of putting pressure on them when they run that play and forcing them out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, so far there's been a lot of good pressure on both sides of the court right now.
And also not a lot of offensive rebounds. Steele tries to go the other way with the layup, and a jump ball is called. And it'll go the other way. Right, and they called it right as Kirkendall ripped the ball away from the Panthers.
What was that called? Was that a jump ball?
It was a jump ball, yeah. I hate it when that happens. Now Bayer in the corner. Bayer moving shot, and Thoralt gets the first points of the fourth quarter.
But just like you were saying, like she got the offensive rebound, and from that, that's what drew the point.
It's going to be those rebounds. And Kirkendall hands it right over Thoralt. Gets another two.
That is her 6 point.
Where are the FCAT people?
And now loose ball on the court.
Tom Albert?
And timeout is going to be taken by Dave Mashawn.
Wow.
3-point lead for the Panthers now. This is, I mean, it's just coming from Thoralt, really. She has 18 points on the night right now.
6 steals.
She's, like I said, she's had a tough time in the first half, but she really has come to her own in this second half. It's made a huge difference for her team. And the one concern that I have for the Panthers right now is you look at the number of points that the players are getting, there's no spread. Absolutely none. It's 2 players, Thoralt and Bayer. Something happens to either of them, they're done.
Yep.
They're done. They've basically lost the game at that point. I don't think that they're going to be able to continue to play the way that they are if they lose either of those 2 players. Whereas you look over at Frontier, and they're spreading it out. Sure, they have some high scorers. They've got Kirkendall, they've got Modesto, and Akowski. But, like, you see, I named 3 people that are doing really well in the scoring from the Redhawks. You lose one of them, you've got some other people that can step up and do the job.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mason. But I still feel like we're seeing some really good teamwork for both teams here, and that's always a good quality you want to see.
Absolutely.
Being able to pass the ball, share the ball, get things around, make new opportunities.
And they're still running the press. Palmer is. Pass over to Campbell. Back to Hayes. She sees Steele for the 3. Oh!
Wow. It's something that made Steele such a dangerous shooter. All of her shooting form doesn't look like she's about to shoot. It's like comes out of nowhere.
It's just so casual. It really is. Thoralt, her pass. Good tip by Gates, and Bayer almost loses the ball there.
High
Back
game.
at the arc.
Oh, my.
And she gets the pass off. No one's there to block the shot. And that's good.
Wow. What a shot.
Boucher's first points of the game, and she puts her team back up by 3. Hayes still working to break the press. They got to get it over fast, and Gates is there to do it. Steele. Going to try the baseline again. Puts it up. A little too far.
Wow.
Thorold.
Good screen.
Shot isn't there in the corner, but she'll take the 3 anyway. She was pretty well covered there. And Hayes
look at
keeps
that.
the dribble going. Wow. Hakowski getting herself in a corner. And that's going to be a foul called on Addison Petroshuis.
Addison P.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Now Steele's going to take it in for the Redhawks. 3:49 to go. It'll stay Frontiers ball.
Vans.
And I was going to say, I mean, I think that you need to bring some more people up to help out on the inbounds.
Someone a little bit more experience would help. There we go. Good
Hayes.
decision.
And now Steele, good pass over to Modesto, and they get 2 points.
Beautiful play. That's what I'm talking about with the teamwork here. That is nice.
And now a 1-point game. Moving screen is set by Petroshuis. No foul is called, but it doesn't matter because the Redhawks turned it over. I hope everyone was okay over there. There's someone sitting like right on the side of the court. It's not a very smart thing to do, but whatever. Rashawn back to Hayes. Now Akowski, Modesto can't get the pass over to Steele,
Great
but
ideas.
Hayes and Akowski has time for the 3. That's short.
The corner.
Good look from Boucher letting it go out, but still a 1-point game. Redhawks trailing.
Wow.
It's going to be a nail biter. It really is.
3 minutes left here.
The only thing that could make a big difference here is if we suddenly get a bunch of fouls. And both teams are at 1 foul right now, so I'm not expecting that to happen.
Yeah, no, and like there's not much concern for foul trouble right now.
And as we say that, Skylar Steele is called for a foul as Thorold hits the ground.
Her first.
So still, nothing there.
Plenty.
Bayer gets the inbound, sees a bit of a lane, but Pardo takes a deep 3. That's no good. Thorold puts it up, and a foul called. That'll be on Thorold. And that is the one person you do not want to be fouling out if you're the Panthers.
She's got room, though.
Yeah,
She's got room.
she's
Needs
only
to do
got
more.
2, but still, she's going to be playing aggressive. You know she is.
Yep.
And in the last 3 minutes of the game, you never know what's going to happen, especially when there's a 1-point difference like there is tonight. Kirkendall picks up her dribble, got to pass it. Hakowski's there. Back to Kirkendall. Claire Kirkendall into Modesto, back out to Hayes. Kirkendall with some room, takes the 3, in and out. Oh, man.
That's devastating.
Thorold is wide open on the near side, but Bayer takes it herself. That shot is no good. Can they get the rebound? Foul called. That's going to be on Bayer. And that is that is scary for the Panthers.
Yep. Sub coming in, I imagine. Oh, almost.
Second leading scorer for the Panthers, and there's your leading scorer right there. Thorold puts up another 2.
7th steal on the night.
And her 20th point.
Wow.
Jazzy Hayes. They're trying to move fast. Kirkendall stays in bounds. And now Hayes takes the lane, and it'll stay.
Just a little bit less than 2 minutes left in the quarter here.
And I think there's going to be a timeout taken. I didn't see who called it, though I have to assume, I'd assume it's Michon, but I didn't see who signaled what.
Nevertheless, this is a very important time in the game. Either team could gain something from opting out here with their team.
Yeah, definitely. So with 1:56 to go, we'd like to take a moment to remind you that tonight's broadcast is supported by Albert Hearing Services. Albert Hearing Services in Greenfield offers hearing evaluations, hearing aid sales, earwax removal, and more. They are committed to improving lives 1 ear at a time. Call 413-774-0100 or visit alberthearing.com. And Holiday Pizza, the official pizza of FCAT Sports. We don't have any Holiday Pizza here with us tonight, but we do have a bag of fruit. It is tasty.
The chicken
It
is
is.
here as well.
The bag of chicken is here too. Was it Tom who brought it? It was Tom. Thank you,
yes.
Tom. So, 3-point game and just under 2 minutes to go. What do you think needs to happen for the Redhawks to pull off the win here, Tyler?
Well, it's a very tight game, Mason. Yeah, just under 2 minutes, like you said, but it is a 3-point game. Anything can still happen. I think as long as Frontier can avoid getting a lot of fouls on him, I think that they could easily be able to find some nice shots. See, they're already lined up the wall. Here we go. They're just going to play
Yeah.
nice, good, structured basketball, and they can pull this thing.
I think that what Michon might be doing, because they're coming off of a timeout, they drew this up. I think they're going to fake this play. Yeah, here we go. They're doing something different. Modesto gets 2.
Whatever that was, it worked.
Well, look who called that one. Not to give myself credit, but I mean, because Michon knew that they knew that play. So he's going to make it look like it and then do something completely different.
There it is.
Now Pardo with it. Into Bayer. A little bit of confusion there. Bayer gets 2.
Looking the right things, though, not trying to draw a foul.
Steele looks for the layup.
Wow.
That lands.
It finally worked. It finally worked. Nice under.
Michon shouting orders from the sideline. And a 1-point game yet again. Pardo in the corner. Frontier got to have a stop on defense. And they do.
Good block.
This is their chance to take the lead right here. Akowski goes down. And that'll be another foul on Thorold.
That's her third.
Well, now you're getting into danger territory there.
I don't think it's enough to sub her out, though.
No, definitely not. But, I mean, one more and then it is.
She just got the signal from her coach to be careful.
Yes, and she definitely should. Akowski on the sideline from Hayes. Kirkendall at the top, looks at the shot, doesn't want it. Hayes in the corner, takes the 3. There it is!
What a shot! Less than a minute.
Jazzy Hayes puts him up by 2 with 45 to go. Thorold in the corner. The 3, no good. The rebound isn't there for the Panthers. Steele gets swarmed.
Are they fouling?
Oh my
Timeout
God.
called. Wow. Look at that.
Oh my God, 35 to go. Redhawks with a 2-point lead.
30 seconds past, Mason. You know, they switch this up real fast. It happens.
Oh yeah, and this is, I mean, like you get one turnover, shot clock is off.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's still a one-possession game,
To put
too.
that into perspective for you, I mean, talk about coming in clutch. Jazzy Hayes with the 3 that the Redhawks needed. That was, I mean, wow.
This is perfect. And I mean, like I said, they're coming on here. This is solid, good basketball, following all the rules that they should. And the Palmer Panthers are running into some trouble here. They got to be really careful.
Yeah, and speaking about trouble, foul trouble for specific players, but also team fouls. They are at 4 right now. You give Frontier a bonus, they're going to capitalize on it.
Yeah, they got to be really careful here. But then again, I mean, they might have to foul. This is very dangerous territory.
Yes, it's very dangerous. And I mean, like,
Frontier holds onto the ball for like 30 seconds. Ugh.
just 5 seconds ago, this was not even, we weren't even going to be considering this because, you know, one team has the lead and then just like that, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
43 to 41. Hawks have the ball under their own net.
See what happens.
Akowski gets the inbound to Kirkendall. She's going to try and move it fast.
Foul's called.
Wow. And there's your bonus. She will go to the line.
Rathbone's second of the night.
Yeah, she's in the clear in terms of fouling out, but
Certainly.
She's just put her team in a very unfortunate situation. First shot is no good from Kirkendall. And as obvious as it is, I have to say it, you need to make those shots.
This one's more important. Let's see it.
And look at down court. That second one is
There it
made.
is.
Now Frontier going to be implementing a press. Got to watch down court for the long pass. But now Bayer hands it off to Thralt.
Less than 30 on the clock.
She sees a lane, takes it. She'll get
Ooh.
fouled and go to the line.
Wow.
Barron's not happy about that one. Neither is Michon.
It's all right. That's only your second.
Thralt doesn't miss.
One possession game.
This is what I was talking about. They're going to make you pay for it, you know. You send someone to the foul line like Charlotte Thralt, and now you got a 2-point game. Let's see if she can make it one. Yes.
Can.
Now Kirkendall working against the press. Sideline.
Hold on to it.
Hakowski receives the pass.
A lot. There it is.
And now 16 on the clock.
Wow. Very aggressive play there to try to draw the foul on Mikowski.
And Hakowski make this a 3-point game. Here's her first. That's good.
This is Thier's fourth foul on the night as well. Their star players in deep foul trouble here.
Oh yeah.
Only 16 seconds, but that can count to be big.
If she gets, she gets one more foul. You got to think about who's going to be taking your buzzer beater, man.
Exactly.
Who's going to be taking your game winner? And Hakowski misses that. They can't get the rebound.
15 seconds.
Bayer, pass over to Pardo. Timeout called from Palmer with 9.7 to go. Wow. So, this is not the situation that the Red Hawks want to be in at all. They are in the lead. However, they get a 3, then they take the lead.
Yeah, it's one possession game.
It's a one-possession game, not even for the tie, for the win. You know? You can get the win
They have
in
the
one
ball.
shot.
10 seconds. It's possible. I don't know what Frontier's strategy here is going to be. I wonder, are they going to play for the foul and try to get it going, or are they just going to try to lock down D?
I think what they might do is they might try and, because the last thing, you give up a 2, that's one thing. You give up a 3, that's the game, essentially. They're leading by 1. I think that's the one thing that you can't do.
I just feel like they can't afford to have a shot go up here is the main issue. So because they have a bonus. All right, it all boils down to this.
Anything can happen. Just under 10 to go. Pardo is going to inbound to Bayer, and they will foul.
Yeah.
Eight to go.
4 fouls for Frontier. Zakowski's second.
Now Bayer gets the inbound again. Pardo's shot is blocked.
Good.
Hakowski with the ball, and she gets fouled.
There it is. 2.5 seconds left. 2-point lead still.
Hakowski has a chance to close this out. She's got 2 shots.
Even 1 would feel nice. 2 would be certain. None still. 2.5 seconds. It's not much to work with.
Misses the first.
It's all right.
She's really got to make this second one.
2 people are contained.
I want Mashawn to be closer to Pardo over there. I'm not liking how much distance she's given her. Here's the shot. That's no good. Modesto gets the rebound. And you can kiss that goodbye.
That is the game. Wow.
Right to the end.
45-43. Frontier taking the win. Last second.
What a way to do it, man.
That was incredibly impressive.
That was. And incredibly stressful, too.
Indeed. Well, last 2 games that this girls varsity team played, it was very close, down to the wire, but they didn't quite pull it off. But this time, it's down to the wire, and they did. It's a good change, just right at the direction. Maybe this is the Princeton Piranha here.
Yeah. Like you said, it's the right direction. It's where they need to be headed. You know, it's not where they were at the start of the season, but that wasn't, you know, I don't think anyone was coming into this game expecting that.
Yeah.
You know, they're coming off 2 hard losses, and if you can come off with a win, you know, that feels good, looks good on the record overall, looks good for the postseason too, and it's going to bode well for your next game, which I am pretty sure is against Greenfield.
Yeah.
And I mean, Tyler, what do you think worked? I mean, because I could talk about what I think worked well for the Red Hawks in terms of closing this game out tonight, but I want to hear your take on it too.
Well, I think there wasn't really too many features that were extraordinary. Like, they stood out to me a lot. But I do feel like they were still being able to do what they did good in the first half. They were able to look to each other and be a good team. And then with that, they improved their passes. They were finding a lot better opportunities, and they were able to pull through and break the press. That was another good one.
Yes, I did want to bring that up. I think that because they couldn't break the press for a while, but then when they were able to, it was because they were finding those passes and those open people. And I think that, yeah, that teamwork really just sealed the deal for them. So 45-43 is the final score. Red Hawks come out with a big win. I've been Mason Smith, Tyler Wolkowitz, Tom Albert, Ben Roberts, Amalia Smith. Thank you all for joining us tonight. You've been watching Frontier Community Access Television.